Earl here. So I'm back again. In this video, I'll be talking about low fidelity and then high fidelity wireframe. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create low fidelity and then high fidelity wireframe inside Adobe XD. Okay, so punta tayo sa goals. Ang goal for this video is to create low fidelity and then high fidelity wireframes. Now, you might be asking me why maglo-low fidelity and then mag-high fidelity wireframe. Yung ipapakita ko dito guys is yung practice ng team namin wherein we start always sa low fidelity wireframe. Kasi yung nangyayari is usually ako yung gumagawa ng low fidelity just to make sure na conversion centered design yung gagawin kong layout. And then yung high fidelity wireframe, i-outsource yan sa ibang designers na focus sa aesthetics or execution. And sometimes guys, if maluwag yung workload namin, the high fidelity wireframe will be passed into our lead designer, si Daniel. Pero usually guys, yung ginagawa namin talaga ni Daniel is more on sa low fidelity lang, and then we outsource high fidelity wireframes execution sa ibang designers na. Okay? Kasi yung pinaka-important lang talaga dyan is for you to know low fidelity wireframe kasi yun yung core na important kasi nga conversion-centered design. Okay? Okay, so the next goal is for you guys to be familiar with the interface of Adobe XD para at least hindi na siya maging foreign sa inyo. And then third is for you to be familiar with shortcuts and tricks inside Adobe XD. Okay. And lastly, to put into practice some of the best practices na ginagamit ng team namin when wireframing landing pages. Again, I'm not sure ano yung ibang practice ng ibang designers, but what I'm gonna show you is yung practice ng team namin kung paano namin napapa-speed up yung wireframing process, paano namin sinasubmit yung wireframe for feedback sa client. So, kumbaga, yung pinapakita namin dito is yung arrangement talaga ng workflow namin. Okay, when creating wireframe. And just a heads up guys, this topic, yung low fidelity and high fidelity wireframe creation, this topic will be divided into parts. The reason why we are going to divide this topic into parts is that ayaw namin na ma-overwhelm kayo. Okay? Gusto namin na ma-digest nyo yung information, make this challenge talaga super conducive and very easy to digest. Kaya i-divide namin into parts kasi nga lumiliit yung attention span pag tumututok tayo palagi sa computer or sa computer screen. So we don't want that to happen. We want this challenge to be conducive for you guys to learn about landing page creation. So yun, for the resources that we're gonna be using, number one, Adobe XD. Again, you are not required to use Adobe XD kung wala kayong Adobe XD or kung may ginagamit na kayong ibang design tool like Canva, Figma, Framer, or maybe Sketch or other design tools. You are not required to use Adobe XD. It just so happen na yun talaga yung gamit ng team namin kaya sa Adobe XD namin ipapakita yung workflow. Okay? So next is if yung gagamitin nyo is Adobe XD, if you remember, sa last video natin, gumawa tayo ng style guide inside Adobe XD. So, gagamitin din natin yun para mapabilis yung workflow natin when doing the low fidelity or the high fidelity wireframe. Kasi importante yun para mas mapabilis tayo. Mas magiging yung workflow natin will be cut into half kasi mas magiging mabilis. Third is landing page images and graphics. This has already been provided. So, kailangan na download na nyo yung document and all we have to do is use these images and paste them inside Adobe XD para magamit natin as part of the wireframe. And lastly, yung landing page copy document. Meron na din to. This has already been provided. Yung gagawin lang natin is to copy and then paste the text or the content to our Adobe XD wireframe. So, yun lang guys. Without further ado, punta na tayo dun sa Adobe XD. So, yun lang. See you inside Adobe XD. Right guys, so we're already inside Adobe XD. By the way guys, I want to make sure na yung na-open yung file is yung, syempre yung ginawa nyo ng style guide. So please make sure na yung naka-open na file nyo dito sa Adobe XD is yung ginawa nyo ng style guide. As you can see, yung file na naka-open dito on my end has the style guide na ginawa natin from the last video. Now, you might also notice na mayroon lang akong nilagay na things to do dito. Just for me to be reminded kung ano talaga yung gagawin. Kasi, to be honest, this is my 7th reshoot of this video. So, anyways, so yung first na gagawin natin is we wanna look at the document. So yun yung first. We want to look at the document. So usually sa team namin, I would usually look at the document and read it, and syempre based on experience, dahil nga experience na, parang parang na-imagine na din namin yung way of laying out. So yan yung first palagi. You always read the document, you always take note kung ano yung mga keywords dito na kailangan ng emphasis, or something na pwede kang gumawa ng graphics na related sa copy. Okay? So, yun yung first. Now, once we are done looking at the copy, magwo-work na tayo sa pag-layout. So, yun. Ang unang gagawin natin is yung pag-design ng above the fold. So, yung ifa-follow natin dito is the 4P framework. Now, if you are not familiar with the 4P framework, or yet, I want you to watch the Work From Home Initiative webinar recording, kasi yung 4P framework has been given there, yung download link, so that you can use it as your reference. So, first, una tayo sa above the fold. Now, sa above the fold, guys, dalawa yung sections na kailangan natin. Yung first section is yung hero section kasi siya yung nauuna. Andun yung main headline dapat. And then andun yung pinaka first na call to action. Yan yung hero section. Pangalawang section naman is yung social proof section. So yan yung above the fold. So unahin natin yung hero section. So usually guys, na-discuss ko na din to sa Conversion Designers Philippines na usually sa hero section dapat 75% yung height niya. Okay, so yung gagawin natin guys is ganito. Since we know na yung size nito is 800, medyo magmamathematics tayo. So yun, unahin natin 800. So yung gagawin natin is 800 times 75. So dapat yung height niya is 600. Okay. So yung gagawin ko is lalagyan ko lang ng kulay yung background para at least ma-separate. By the way guys, what we are doing right now is we are creating low-fidelity wireframe. Okay? So, next is yung, punta muna tayo dito. Ay, sorry. Andito pala. So, yung gagawin natin automatically is yung logo. Yung gagawin ko guys is I want to show the layout grid palagi para yung layout natin or yung mga elements hindi lalabas sa alignment. So, yun. Gawa tayo dito ng logo. I think maganda yung 155-75. Then, center natin. And, i-change ko lang yung kulay niya. By the way guys, baka hindi pa nagme-make sense yung ginagawa ko. Pero once we get into creating the high fidelity wireframe, mas magme-make sense to. Kasi nga, it will be like fill in the blanks na lang. Yung mga shapes na to, and then yung mga images din. So, yun. The next is yung headline. So, guys, yung gagawin ko pala is parang always kung alternate yung layout. Meaning, when I say alternate layout sa desktop, like sa left and then sa right, ganyan. Parang 2 columns lang. Sa left would be text, and then sa right would be image. Yung reason bakit ganyan is ganito. Yung browser ng ano, lahat ng browser, yung pagbasa niya ng web elements is from left to right. Minsan kasi may mga nagde-design ng landing page, and then yung ginagawa nila is inuuna nila yung image, tapos yung text nasa right. Tendency, parang para sa amin hindi yan best practice kasi nga masisira yung SEO. Kasi yung unang binabasa is yung image, and minsan matagal mag-load yung image. So it would be in our best interest if unahin natin yung text as compared to image, kasi mabilis basahin ni browser para alam nila kung ano yung ino-offer natin para mas mataas yung ranking ng landing page. Pero that's just basic on-page SEO. Anyways, so yun. Yung gagawin ko is naka 6 column dapat. Okay? 6 column. Oy, ano yun? Anong nangyari doon? Ba't ganito? Alright. T. Alright. So, ganyan 6 column. And then, paste dito. Tapos, yung next na gagawin natin is yung headline. Yun. And we're done. We're done. And then, yung gagawin natin is i-duplicate. And then, make sure na naka-text. Kasi, sub-headline na tayo. Dito. Alright. So, yun. Okay. Now, that's ano. And then, next is, 2.5 siguro. Next is yung form. So, gawa tayo ng rectangle. Gawin na lang natin itong 45. And gawin natin 10 yung border. Okay? For some weird reason pala, based on our testing, parang mas mataas yung conversion ng may 10 px na what do you call this, na border radius as compared to mga ganyan. I'm not sure if sa amin lang yan, pero yun nga, for some reason mas siya, mas nagko-convert. So I don't know what's the reason behind. Kaya hindi ko talaga ma-explain kung ano yung reason. So yun, ito yung email address. Okay. Wait, parang hindi siya tama. Yan. Ayan. So, if you would also notice guys, nagiging mabilis tayong mag-design or mag-wireframe for the very reason na meron na tayong style guide. So, isipin nyo yung na-save nyong oras dahil sa style guides. So, yun. Ano yung call to action again? Email field and then get early access button. Alright. Anyways, get early access. So, kasi gusto natin medyo malaki, pwede siguro yung parang mobile na lang na size. Yun. Alright. Okay na yung 20. 20. Alright. Then, paliitin natin. Then, siguro ganyan na lang. And then, 10 din yung border radius. Now, guys, yung gagawin ko is, eto siya, instead na i-retain ko na parang low fidelity wireframe siya, yung gagawin ko sa button, kasi alam kong gagamitin ko pa din to, yung gagawin ko sa kanya is isasama ko na siya sa style guide via the components. So I'll show you how to do it. Yung gagawin natin is first, tanggalin natin yung border. Then second, yung fill niya, we change it to primary, yung yellow. Then yung button color niya, yung button text. So ganyan. Tapos next is we will select both of them and then right click and then group. Now na naka-group na sila, gagawin natin is i-click dito. So what's gonna happen next? Paano gamitin? Like drag and drop na lang. So yun, meron na tayong button instead of recreating this na may rectangle and then may text. So yun. Yun lang. Yung next natin is gumawa ng image dito. Anyways, let's just color this. So usually guys, yung ginagawa ko for images, yung ginagawa ko palagi is ginagawa ko muna silang parang rectangle yung kung saan sila nakalagay, yung shapes. Kasi it's for me to just drag the image. Like for example, this one, example na lang. For example, like, see? So, automatically, hindi na ako mahihirapan mamaya sa alignment kasi automatically sinicenter niya pag nilalagay mo sa shape. So, that's just me para at least sigurado ako sa spaces and alignment. So, yun. Alright. Now, for the padding pala or spaces between sections, yung ginagawa ko is gumagamit ako ng rectangle na tool. And then, yung ginagawa namin is, yun nga, siya yung ginagamit na guide. Kasi walang ruler dito, unlike Photoshop and stuff. So, yan yung silbi. So, yan. Diyan ko mamaya ilalagay yung text. So, the next thing that I would do is, again, create another background for the section. By the way, yung reason pala bakit nilalagyan ko palagi ng rectangle kahit white yung background is, yun nga, kung may time na nasa ano na tayo, nasa high fidelity wireframe, para at least, para at least, mabilis lang natin ma-change yung background. Text. Trusted by. Alright. So, yun. Okay. Ilan ba yung logo? 5. Alright. So, yun. Okay. So, gawin natin 146 by 86 kasi ganun yung size dito ata. Not sure. Tingnan natin. Yep. 146 by 86. So, usually pala guys, yung rectangles na ginagamit ko as the container, same dapat sa size ng image na gagamitin. So, say for example, this one, if makikita nyo, 146 by 86, yan din dapat yung rectangle natin. 146 by 86. Alright. Now guys, medyo mahirap tong ma-align kasi nga, 5 lang yung logos. And yung 12 na column grid, magwo-work siya for 6 logos. So, yung gagawin natin dyan is ganito lang. Like, kung may 5 or 4 or maybe 3, mabilis lang yan. So, yung gagawin natin is kung 5, yung pipindutin natin yung repeat grid. Ito yung gagamitin natin. And then, ilalagay lang natin. Magka-count lang tayo ng hanggang 5. So, yun, 5 na siya. Now, na 5 na yan, yun nga, ito yung space, drag, papuntang edge ng column. So, yun. And then, tanggalin natin yung grid. So, yun, shape na siya. Change natin ang kulay just for uniformity's sake. Yun. Diba? Super simple lang. So, next tayo na section is yung competitive advantage. I think meron tayong 3 headlines with the bullet points. So, yung gagawin natin is alternate layouts. Yung same pa din ganito, yung layout. Kasi yan yung common layout ng mga conversion center na landing page. Super simple lang sila, hindi nila pinapa-complicate. And so far, yan yung nagwo-work. And also, yan din yung pinaka-simple para mabilis ma-implement sa mobile. Kasi yun nga, yung pagbabasa ng tao is top to bottom, left to right. Okay? So, yun palagi. Right? Tapos, i-drag natin to dito. Kasi, once you hover dito sa part na to, meron kayong makikita na parang konting rectangle. So, yan. Yan yung parang gagawin nating ruler or guide. So, if tanggalin natin yung grid, yun nga, yung grid, layout grid, makikita natin yung parang ruler. So, guide natin yun. So, gagawa tayo na naman ng spaces. So, for this one, 70 na. Kasi kanina 40 lang, dito 70. Kasi usually, 35 to 40 for social proof. Yung spaces sa niya, dito. So, ganyan palagi. Pero for other sections, usually, nasa 70 yan, 60 to 80. Yan yung parang, what do you call this? Yung parang may white space na para makaka-feel yung visitor or yung person na magbabasa ng landing page na parang hindi ano, hindi naman cluttered, pero yung hindi sila, yung parang may social distancing kumbaga. So, yun. I'm not sure if I explained it, pero yun nga, may space siya, white space kumbaga. So, 80 yung padding. Yan yung ano, common practice para hindi mahirap basahin yung text. So, start tayo dito. Dahil meron na tayong ano dito, text, yung image naman natin is ilalagay natin dito sa side. Oy, nasa likod siya. So, as you can see guys, yung rectangle ngayon na gray is nasa front. So, yung gagawin natin, isa-send natin siya to back para makita yung rectangle. And then, i-align na lang natin dito and then align dun. Alright? So, yun. Super simple lang guys. To left. And then guys, para pala hindi mahirap basahin, minimize using ano, center alignment. Usually left align yung ano, yung mabilis basahin sa mga visitors. So, meron kasi ako nakikitang mga layout na minsan naka right aligned, mga ganyan. Like, minimize that kung nagde-design ka ng landing page kasi yung pagbabasa ng tao or yung mga people na nagbabasa ng English or Filipino, they read left to right, not right to left. Unless Korean or Japanese or Chinese yung ano mo, yung target audience. Pero if you're targeting US or American or Canadian, mga ganyan, i-left to right mo na lang. That would be the safest ano, alignment. Teka. Saan na tayo? Ay, nandito na tayo. Alright. Then, naka H3 na ba? Yeah. Right. So, yun. And then, gawin nating 10. 10 lang. Alright. Then, dito, yun. No, yun. Alright. Okay. Okay, guys, yung mangyayari pala is may times na kung mabilisan na, may times na naano natin to na move yung section. So, yung practice ng team namin is we always want to make sure na nakalock yung specific na background para at least kung mag-ano kami, mag-highlight ng mga ganyan, like gusto namin i-move yung element, hindi to kasali. So, if titingnan nyo guys, if I would drag, like gusto kong i-move lang to, tapos gusto kong nakadrag lang yung pagtawag sa kanya, na-move din yung ano, yung background. So, we don't want that to happen. So, yun. See? Yan. Nilalock lang. So, dito, kasi nakita ko na may bullets. Alright, bullets. Alright, incredibly expensive. Taka, copy-paste mo na lang. Alright, time consuming. Alright. Yun. Okay. So, ngayon guys, dahil nga naka-bullet form siya, usually, mas magandang basahin yung bullet form kung meron silang parang mataas na ano, na spaces in between. Parang ganyan. Pero syempre, ayaw natin ng ganong ano naman, kataas na space. So, i-change natin yung line height niya. Yung line height yung may, if you could remember from the last video, yung ginagawa is i-multiply mo yung font size by 1.2. So, yung gagawin natin this time is ilalagay natin sa 1.618. Magfa-follow tayo sa Fibonacci principle wherein parang golden ratio siya na always daw na balance siyang tingnan kung gagamit ka ng 1.618 and stuff like that. So, yung gagawin natin 18 times 1.618. There, may spaces na siya. Like guys, hindi ko din ma-explain yung ganyan pero yan lang yung nabasa namin and fina-follow lang. So yun, lagay tayo ng bullet. Alright, bullet kasi oh shoot, no. Alright, circle. Okay, gawin na lang nating 20. I-lock natin to para hindi tayo mag-edit individually ng width and height para mag-reflect din yung height. So there. Yun, 'di ba? Super simple. And then, gagamit na naman tayo ng repeat grid para sa apat para hindi na tayo mag-duplicate para mabilis lang. Ayun, kasi constant naman yung spaces. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, let's change this to this one. Alright. Okay, ulit tayo. Teka, i-center lang natin to. Sorry about that. Okay. Yung gagawin natin dito is, teka, pataasin pa natin yung section na to. Then, lock na naman. And then, iduduplicate natin to. Ay, teka, gawa na lang tayo ng space again, yung 70 yung height, para consistent yung spaces natin. 70 yung margin or padding. So, there. Then, eto. Alright. Hindi kasi nasali. Okay. Ganyan. Then, duplicate na naman dito. Alright. Mamaya na lang natin or ngayon na lang natin i-center, no? Okay. So, yun. Hopefully, guys, you are learning kahit minamadali natin yung pag wireframe. And usually pala, guys, yung mas mahirap lang, like for my end or for my team's end, mas mahirap sa amin yung low fidelity wireframe kasi nga kahit bare bones lang siya, like walang aesthetics, walang graphics, para sa amin mas mahirap siya kasi we always wanna make sure na yung layout is conversion centered. Kung baga, may halo na na persuasive design principles. Now, usually yung mga bagay na may persuasive design principle, yun pa sila yung simple kasi 'di ba yung iba like super complicated yung design nila, and then yun nga, sometimes hindi nagko-convert kasi sometimes ugly works better than beautiful. So, parang yan lang talaga yung nangyayari sa landing page design or conversion center design. The reason for that is yun yung parang safe bet ng mga audience. Kumbaga, I think nabasa ko yung article na yan from Client Boost na website na ganyan na ugly daw performs better than beautiful designs kasi nga people are afraid also for change. So, kung gumamit ka ng layout na parang different sa mata nila, hindi naka-follow sa regular na mga website, hindi yan mag-convert kasi matatakot silang makipag-interact kasi bago sa mata nila. Kaya, minsan yung persuasive design, yung ginagamit lang talaga is yung mga basic na layout like this one. Like no complication and stuff like that. Like super simple lang, super straightforward. So, yun. Teka. And by the way, guys, gusto ko lang din i-discuss habang nagde-design ako ng last part. Minsan kasi yung ibang designer, yung ginagawa nila is dumidiretso sila sa pagde-design ng landing page without the copy. Now, that is certainly a bad practice. Kasi ganito, like just because may layout ka doesn't mean na yan yung makakatulong sa conversion ng client mo or ng business ng client mo. So yun, just because maganda yung magawa mong layout doesn't mean na magkakapera na yung client mo. Kasi like what if yung graphics na ginamit mo is not related sa copy? Wouldn't you agree na uulit ka, magde-design ka ulit ng graphics kasi nga inuna mo yung design? So yun, text first before designing. So yan yung another best practice, pero I'm not sure kung best practice siya sa ibang agency, but for us kasi nga we always want to make sure na hindi kami nagsasayang ng oras. We wanna make sure na sigurado din yung i-deliver namin na ayaw namin ng revisions na madami. Yung ginagawa namin is we always require clients to give us the copy. If they cannot provide, yung copy will be written by us or specifically by Radley. Tapos yung ginagamit naming framework is yung Yung nasa 4P framework, yung questionnaires dun. So, yung information na ilalagay lang sa copy is based from the answers ng clients based sa questions dun. So, if you haven't downloaded it yet, you can download it and para mapag-aralan mo kung paano in-structure yung 4P layout and at the same time yung 4P questionnaires. So, yun. Last na tayo. Dito. Alright. Okay. Description. Mabilisan tayo. Ah, hmm. Um, I think dapat fina-fast forward ko na lang to, no? Ine-edit na lang. Kaya lang, I'm not a tech guy and wala kaming video person sa team yet. So, hindi ko pa may edit to. So, kailangan kung ano lang yung basic, yan lang muna. Iwas arte lang muna. Yung goal is to provide value immediately. So, yan. Okay. So, there you go, guys. Okay. There you go. I think we will end the video here para yung following sections na yung susunod and then we can start with the high fidelity wireframe once we're done. So, yun yung yun lang yung first half ng ng wireframe, low fidelity wireframe sa desktop. Sa next video will be the other sections and then start na ng high fidelity wireframe sa desktop. So, yun guys, I hope you learned something and see you in the next video.